As soon as we got home and turned on the news, then you start to watch the Mayfield is coming your way and Wingo, the different communities that are leading up to Mayfield.
My brother lived about a block away, and he had a basement. They actually had a storm shelter in the basement. About 8 o'clock, he called and he said, "You need to come now. We're moving down there now. I'm watching the radar."
Watched the flag on my neighbor's house go completely limp for it seemed like a minute or two, and then it started blowing directly out of the northeast at a very high rate. And I thought, this is something's different about this.
But I have a friend who lived across the street and 3 houses down from him, who her garage was just sucked out of her backyard.
Yeah. I think that for me, it was the Saturday morning when daylight broke. And I will always remember standing on the corner feeling like a bomb had gone off, because that's what it looked like all around us. It was just devastation as far as your eye could see. The ice house is actually, it functioned as an ice house back before everybody had refrigeration. And in 1995, there was a group of citizens who rallied together and got grant money to restore that, and they turned it into an art gallery space on one side and a museum for tobacco and Mayfield history on the other side. And it had functioned incredibly successfully since 1995. The storm took it out in one fell swoop that night. It's incredibly powerful. I think there's a place in life for everything. Athletics and sport, we all can go to a game and relieve our stress by watching a game and getting behind a team, and that's so much fun. But we've got to balance that with the need for our spirit, for art, for the creative arts, the visual arts. But our art guild has served as a meeting place for artists, young and old, from the little kids that come in for summer camps, from our art program for the schools every year. We have an art show that all the elementary schools in the area, their art teachers participate. That's not going away, because we know as a board that our kids still need that. They need that outlet. Not just our kids, but our senior citizens. At the Ice House gallery space, you could go almost every day of the week and find artists at work. It was constant. It was a hub of activity.
My mom has been an artist, or was an artist her whole life. When she moved to Mayfield, she got to know some of the people at the Ice House, and she taught classes there a couple times, and they featured her work on a couple different occasions. That was really special to her. A lot of people would comment about the mural, and especially after the tornado, I don't know, it became such a touchstone, just the more than a memory, She didn't know when they painted that how meaningful that would become. I think it means a lot to Lily, because Lily was so young when my mom passed, but one thing that they always did together was art.
And the reason people love their town are those extras, those things that give it character and meaning. And the Ice House, it was always that for our town.
Getting the schools involved and the students for the communities, I think that's going to build a bridge to help communities heal when they see that, we need to remember what happened, but we need to move forward, and we need to come together to do that.
It's hard. We love this town. And people will say, Mayfield's gone. That's what we heard on the news constantly. Mayfield was never gone. The heart of our people, it's strong. And just like this, seeing our kids, the arts, the culture, it's there. So the importance to let that survive and thrive is more important than it's ever been.
And I think the reality hopefully will set in soon that we are going to build back. That's not a question. We are going to build back. But the question is what it looks like. 5 years from now, Mayfield will hopefully be back to a new normal, but it will be back.
Having the Art Guild as part of Mayfield, it's part of the heart and soul. It is, and I think in the wake of the storm, someone was interviewed, a citizen on the street, and standing in front of what was left of the ice house, and they said, this has to come back. This is part of the soul of Mayfield. Our community, we will survive. We're building back, but thriving on the other side and letting our kids have what they lost back. It's critical.